Gotta hope I'm not dying. What is up, guys? I'm Saleski, American football coach in Germany, and I think we all know why this video had to be made. So as of last night, I got back from football practice, and one of the biggest things right now in Germany, as everybody knows, is the coronavirus and the impact it's having on just Germany in general. Get the message that every team in the northwest region of Germany has to postpone all of their events, no friendly matches, scrimmages, or I think it's what it was, no friendly matches, no referees will be sent out to all cities in the northwest region for games or anything of that sort. No spectators whatsoever, especially under 1,000 or over 1,000 people, none whatsoever. That was the original one a couple days ago, was no event over 1,000 people can have people or have spectators there. So, but we get a message saying essentially that we have to hold off or postpone events until April, I think 15th. So for us, that's about 2 weeks before our very first game, because our very first game is April 26th against Troisdorf, and it's a home game. So we, as of right now, what that does for us, and this is kind of frustrating for me as a head coach now, is we're trying to get guys a lot of reps. We're trying to get guys to kind of compete and push for playing time right now. So that means for us that we have two preseason games left. We got Lippstadt, and then I think we had like Rüsselsheim. Those two, as of right now, are completely suspended until further notice. So only a couple hours after that happened, after I get that, I actually called my dad and called my family, make sure everything's going on, everything's okay in Ohio. And literally a couple hours after that phone call with my family, President Trump signed a 30-day kind of like travel ban back into the U.S. So that even counts for Americans for us. So from my knowledge and my understanding right now, it's if you are an American citizen, you can actually get tested when you fly in, just to make sure that you don't have it. So that's all well and good. I've been getting this question a lot: how does it affect you? And if it does at all. It doesn't really directly affect me unless there is a full-blown ban for a couple months. Then probably going to be an issue. Like I said, I'm here until about September anyway, but even then, that's it. It puts in. It's hard because for me, I'm just trying to do my job as a head coach, but then you have like all these external stuff that's completely out of your control that kind of sits in the back of your mind. So unless there are more bans down the road that lead into the regular season, then that is where things can kind of get a little bit dicey. That's where you can start having some issues. Then teams can't get the proper funding. The sponsors may not be able to give teams money, or they may not be able to afford their Americans. Right now, it's not the scale of, I would say, Italy. Italy, as of right now, that's almost ground zero, I would say. I think it was a couple days ago or yesterday. They had over 600 cases of people even catching the virus as it is, and it's pretty bad. Essentially, most places are shut down. A couple people I follow from the Italian league right now, they've suspended or postponed most of the season, and it's rough over there right now. Germany right now is not hit as hard. There are cases of it. The closest case to us is probably Bielefeld, that I know of at least. Other than that, every state that you see right now, it really, honestly, at least in Paderborn, it started with the soccer team, and then it went from the soccer team to the basketball team, and then came down to us, saying that no more than 1,000 spectators. After that, it was, all right, no spectators now. And then now it moved down to, all right, nothing at all. So that is where we stand right now. It is rough, but it is what it is. Another question I keep getting is, how are you adjusting to life from the USA because of this? As of right now, Ohio, I think from what I've heard, I know the governor is going through a lot of channels and discussions right now about that. I don't know, I'm not there. So I know the Arnold Sports Expo, I think it was last week, they had no spectators. I think only friends and family that were there to help support and watch. That was it. So that was huge. Arnold Sports Expo in Columbus, where I live, is huge. You get people from all over the world there to check out the biggest lifters in the whole world. The newest supplements coming out on the line. There's a lot of money, a lot of people that go to that every single year, just tons. And for them to completely cancel the amount of spectators is huge. That is a big deal. I know West Coast is feeling the effects of it. I know California is going through a rough time with it. Oregon a little bit, but Ohio, I think there's maybe a couple cases, but nothing major to my knowledge, that I've heard at least. So what does this do for the future of myself and a lot of other Americans? As of right now, there's nothing, honestly, there's nothing that I can personally do. The only thing I'm doing right now is kind of continuing on with my job, is to make sure that I'm coaching the best I can. Even though we're without 2 preseason games now, I kind of have to adjust on the fly and just try to coach these guys for next month until we get into the regular season. Unless things really get bad and next thing I know, they start canceling more games, then that's going to be an issue for a lot of teams. Some teams are already feeling the effects of it, but most German states are postponing any sort of preseason games or matchups whatsoever. It seems like as of right now, this virus is really only affecting a lot of older people. Other than that, right now, just trying to make the best of it. I know there's a few, I was on my phone this morning and I was checking out Instagram, and a few people that I know who are involved with like football camps over here, or who are traveling over here for just to visit. They literally just got off the plane. And I think they just caught the travel ban. So I think, from my knowledge, it's Friday at midnight for people to head back, so that they don't get stuck where they are. From my knowledge right now, for Americans in our situation, now this is very unique because I've never been through stuff like this. This is something I've always kind of been worried about, whether it's some sort of civil unrest or kind of like a bacterial type of thing going on like this. The best thing you can do is just not panic and just try to stick to your routine and basically don't put yourself in a bad situation. That's the best we can really do right now.